Thomas Edison was a coward. A man so afraid of the dark he spent all his waking hours trying to offset the advent of darkness, the time that is unlit. As Selene strolls the sky and the shadow propagation speed increases, this time of unearthing is somewhat unnerving to those unused to the uncommon sounds and ungodly shadows of nightfall. For one can find no solace amidst the winter solstice when the same light that finds us is the same light that binds us, having us afraid to look behind. The shadow of the mind makes all movement in the absence of light more sinister. There's an unwritten importance in facing what it is that you fear, inducing the helplessness, embracing the desperation. For when we refuse to look fear in the eye, when we begin to attach shame to joy, when we see love as an illusion, when we commence the arduous and impossible expedition of explaining emotion through language, this is when the shadow is given life, when darkness is given jaws to devour love. Even the night watch, led by a surrealist himself, would see this as a monumental task, because navigating the treacherous terrain of self is only made more arduous when the setting of the sun makes way to the internal nocturnal. So you see, Thomas Edison was a man on a mission, using night lights to ward off the Prince of Darkness, all the while watching Dante being caught in an inferno of burning despair and ice-cold darkness. Darker than the 3 layers of night that cover Tartarus. Darker than the second-to-last plague in the days of Exodus. Darker than when Yang realized the yin was a necessary evil, you see. Long before the street lamp and the days turned nights of baking fat candles, the ungregarious setting of the sun making way to the onset of Stygian darkness would make men fear the inner demons that were bound to waken with the sleeping of the sky. There is no need left to fear, for there is a light at the end of this murky tunnel. We all have darkness, but we must face them in order to excel. I myself have been caught fearing the inner Swartman, calling myself Shadowrunner, not because I run in them, but from them. So you see, I only call Thomas Edison, but I do not have the courage to call myself a coward. For he was able to accomplish something I had not yet been able to. Instead of running from the shadows of his past, he turned and faced the light, showing us that through strength we may shine eternally. Yes.